like now with 14 years,
Yeah.
it's less. So like you're a year into it. It's raw, right? You're just coming to your year. It's raw.
Mm.
But I think the whole purpose of change is about the opportunity for you, right? The opportunity for growth, like emotional growth, but also, there's a financial benefit in terms of what you're doing as well, right? You don't need to have, a big house
Mm.
and all of those staff. I mean, they can all go, right?
Same parents, different timelines, and united by chaos. Strap on, oh, I mean, strap in, for the not so Christian brothers.
Welcome to Not So Christian Brothers. It's a new episode featuring two brothers who are geographically dislocated. I'm Colm Hayes in the sunny resort of Greystones, and Justin.
I'm Justin Caffrey in the very, very warm Malta. Just looking, actually, the hotel have put some instant bronzer
Ah,
in my bedroom. Now, obviously, they didn't realize that I'm Irish, so that's
yeah.
kind of pointless. But also, I hate lying on a sun lounger, and I hate being in the sun. So
So why are
really,
you going to Malta?
because I like air conditioning and staying
Okay.
inside.
Well, you could have gone anywhere then. What's the temperatures there?
It is about, I'd say today it's about 35, 36,
Oh
and
my
it's
God.
humidity of 85%. So you literally walk outside the door and you're sweating. But
Oh
it's
my
quite
God.
nice. I like it in the morning
Yeah.
time up until about 8 o'clock. You can get out for a nice walk. And then after 6:30, you can have a nice walk in the evening time. But during the day, it's not for paddies.
And is there
Not for paddies. It should be
anybody
a little
out?
sign, not for paddies.
Is there anybody out like sticking on their sun protection and lying on the beds?
Yes, yes. I mean, definitely a lot of Maltese people in this hotel. They look very brown.
Right.
And a couple of lobsters that I suspect are Irish.
Yeah, probably.
Um, so yeah, I mean, look, people are here. They're lying out on the side. It's a beautiful hotel. It's a beautiful swimming pool. Um, and people are here on vacation. I'm not here on vacation. So I'm here
Are you in
to record a
Valletta?
podcast. Hmm?
Are you in Valletta?
No, no. I'm in an area called Attard.
Okay. Do I know that area?
No,
Okay.
it's kind of in the middle of Malta. It's very nice. All the kind of the embassies are around here. There's a beautiful kind of botanical garden next door to here. So I do a lot of phone calls during the day, so I can walk around the botanical gardens on the phone because it's all nicely shaded and
Yeah.
sheltered. Um, and then I have to then run up and jump into Zoom calls and put on shirts and ties and all that kind of stuff when I need to.
Oh, busy man, huh? Certainly. Okay, you were saying earlier on that, yeah, I think this is good on the indecision of decision making.
Yeah, and I mean, initially when I proposed this as an idea, you said no,
When did
and
you
then you
propose
went,
it?
yeah, and then you
Oh,
went,
yeah, yeah, sorry.
maybe.
Yeah, yeah.
So I think
Get the
I think
gag.
it's
I get the
definitely the
gag.
right topic.
Yeah. Go on then. You hate indecision.
I hate indecision. I find it's either you can and you can't, yes or no. The middle ground is always a place for indecision, and it's kind of a festering zone, right? Once you're in there, life starts to pass you by. And then often the indecision, like in business, indecision is often an awful lot worse than a yes or no, right? But
Okay.
I feel that extends exactly in the same way to life. If you're indecisive about being in a relationship, you just shouldn't be in it, right? You either should or you shouldn't be. And I think most things you ultimately find you should just make a decision rather than festering.
But
That's
what if you
my
make
opinion.
the wrong decision?
Well, then you're in the indecision space and you need to get over yourself and make a decision because you know what? First of all, you generally only ever know if you made the wrong decision later on. And the experience from making the wrong decision often helps you make much better decisions over time.
Yeah.
So, two wrongs generally do ultimately make a right, because
Oh,
when you've made a balls of a few things, you get better at making the right decision
or
going
you get
forward.
better at making a balls of things.
Sure. I mean, look, if you continuously make a balls of things, then you're either in the wrong job, in the wrong relationship, or maybe in the wrong world.
The wrong world, like the wrong planet.
Yeah. Yeah, maybe this is you're an ethereal being that should be in a different universe than the one that you currently inhabit. Because ultimately, look, we all make mistakes, right? That's the reality.
Yeah.
It's the essence of being human. But the best mistakes, and I'm sure you feel the same as me, that some of the best mistakes that I've made have created the most phenomenal opportunities. So you just gotta keep moving forward.
But okay, so if
I just like this idea of just make a decision,
yeah,
execute. Chum, 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 move, move, move.
but I'm at a position or at a path now or at a moment, right, where I have a huge decision to make, and I have to be clear in why I'm making that decision. And because of that, the reasons I'm making the decision, there's so many of them that I often then think, okay, well, that's the wrong decision. I might be making it on an emotional response or a financial response, and then I'm thinking, am I doing the right thing? Just so it's not indecision. I just haven't made the decision yet. But it's not making the decision indecision.
We'll parse that over there and just gently fold it into indecision for the moment,
Yeah.
and just reflect on, you know, when you've got multiple lenses that you're trying to look at this decision around, there's always a really strong overriding decision, right? And often you can pull those lenses back, and maybe you can say, if you were classify them all as an emotion, it's probably fear, right? It's a big change. It's a big shift. So we then go, oh yeah, but fear is a bit of financial and a bit emotional, and so we kind of have a whole conversation with ourselves, often trying to say why or how this impacts other people. But change is hard, right? And big decisions in life are super challenging.
Yeah, they are.
But indecision is just it's just a waste of time.
No,
Like
but
it's just,
for me, it's making the right decision. And while
well, you
I'm
don't
waiting,
know until you've made it.
I know,
But how,
yeah.
how do you how do you define a right decision? I mean, is there a book? Is there an oracle? Is there somebody that you go and see and they say, "Aha, I will opine over whether or not it's right or wrong."
See,
Ultimately, you got to
I'm
do it.
reading a book at the moment called "Make the Right Decision" column. Just happens to be named after me. It's just by coincidence.
Like your song
Like
last
like
week.
last week, the song.
Yes.
I said I tagged Lucy Kennedy
Yeah.
in that one, and I said, you do realize he now thinks that people are actually writing songs about him. I mean, it's a level up, but
Well, songs are written about people. I mean, Jude with "Hey Jude," Eleanor with Eleanor Rigby. I know that Beth Orton wasn't thinking of me, but it sort of synchronizes really well. Yeah, I'm at that position where if I make the decision too fast and I'm waiting for other things to happen, then it could be the wrong decision. While if I wait for other things to happen, then that's indecision. Or else that's waiting for the right moment to make the right decision.
Yeah, but is no decision a decision?
Yes, it is.
So there you go.
It's a decision not to make a decision.
Yeah, well, that's your decision then, isn't it?
Well, Justin, there's no decision.
also
indecision.
classified as indecision.
Yeah, you can see it.
Yeah. No decision is it's the epitome of an indecisive moment, right? I will make no decision. The opportunity presents a right and a left fork. I will sit in the middle.
Yeah, but so I have to make a decision either yes or no. Okay, on this decision. So if I say no, then I've made a decision.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Okay.
But relative to the outcome rather than the emotional attachment to, do I have to make a decision, right? I mean, that frankly is a bit like, a small child. You have to make a decision, right? Because it just means that you move your agenda forward. Like, life is either moving forward or it's at a standstill. But a standstill isn't standstill, it's backwards, because life is still continuing to march on. And if you stand still, then you're going backwards. So I think we have two gears: we're either moving forward or we're going backwards. And indecision it's an adjunct into a backwards motion.
Okay. So without going into it, this sounds
I
very
think the audience definitely want to know what is your decision.
I want to know. what
Okay,
it is.
Colm's thinking about having a transgender operation.
No, that's an easy decision. No, I'd look shit in stilettos. No, but if
We always said though you'd make a good lesbian.
no, I would. You can't make a good lesbian. That's
I
also
think
another
you'd
book
make a
I'm reading.
great
How to make
lesbian.
a good lesbian.
Is it because you're not butch enough?
Oh, I don't think the lesbians are like that, Terry. Why is it always Terry that says those things? Jesus, you want to make a
Terry, that
decision
was
now
you,
to
not
hide. No, it's not anything as big as that. But if you decide not to make a decision and you decide no to the decision you're making because you want to see the outcome of other things, and then you'll make the decision, which will give you greater clarity. Is that not okay then to wait?
Well, I think the problem is that when you rely on multiple other outcomes, you're not
No,
really.
but other
getting to
things
the
are
point
definitely
of-
going to happen.
Well, then just make the decision. They're definitely going to happen. Just get on with it.
Yeah, but I don't know how I'm going to feel after they happen.
Well, that's just life, right? You know,
This is a
roll the
counselling
dice, take a
service.
risk.
So everyone's really wondering, what the hell is this decision?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Would you like to tell them, or are you going to keep it a secret?
Well, I don't know if I want to.
I think you should share a little bit, right? Look, I get where you are in terms of the decision, right? I get it, and I think lots of people face challenges like this. Like I think there's a kind of a head and a heart moment in terms of a lot of things that we face in our life, and that head and heart is very different for different people, right? So you'd probably think that I make all my decisions with my head, but actually, I really make all my decisions with my heart. It's more kind of what instinctively is right, and when I work with people, and you know, sometimes I can have a couple of hours of a conversation with somebody where they're doing all the talking because they're trying to get to a point of deciding what it is they want to do, and I always say to them at the end when they go, I'm going to do this. I go, well, you were always going to do that. Like deep down, you really already know what it is you want to do. Like I stopped years ago going to ask people what they think I should do because I know I already know what I should do. And you go around and you canvass all these people's opinions, but it's really unlikely that you're going to change your opinion or change your mind. You fundamentally know what you're going to do.
Yeah.
And I suspect you do too.
No, I think one of the things you do is you go around, you ask people's opinions all the time, and you only wait till you hear the opinion that suits your decision. And then you go, yeah,
Exactly.
Yeah, I know, I agree with that. And then everyone puts their oar in, and it's like, oh, come on, what is going on here? You know? And then everybody wants to be
you
part
make a
of the
balls of it,
decision.
right? Because then all these other people have now said, I told you not to do that. Why did you do it? You're so stupid. So I eventually decided, just don't ask people.
Yeah, it's probably right, actually. Because then everyone has a little bit of the decision. There's like 6 people making the decision. Yeah. Okay. I'll go and buy the coffee. I've decided.
Okay. And go all the way, right? Upgrade it to a latte.
Now then you've just given him another choice: oat milk or real milk, and he's now he's back in it.
No, this is about deciding whether to sell the house or not. I know you're in the middle of selling your house, Jay, and yours are so many different reasons than mine. But I'm thinking of selling mine, but then people are saying, you might be just making an emotionally bad decision.
Why would you make an emotionally bad decision to sell your house?
Because maybe
argue against that point.
because maybe I am knee-jerking as to it's coming up to the wedding, it's my son getting married, and then it's coming up to the anniversary of Anne passing, and I'm just thinking maybe I want to offload this house and not start something new, because I don't want to start something new, but change the environment I'm in.
There's nothing wrong with that.
And what's wrong? And what's wrong with that?
Well, because part of me is saying I do love this house as well, and it has so many treasured memories, and it's a great house, and I'll never get a house like this again. So
But if you sell the house, what extra does it bring to your life that you don't have right now?
Well, I suppose a new environment, you know, that might give me a more positive kick, you know.
Does it give you freedom?
It would give me more freedom as well. Yeah, definitely give me. And also, maybe part of the house that I'm in now, which has some memories that are now being quite bittersweet, they'll follow with me. But then they probably will. You know?
Well, of course they will,
Yeah,
right?
of
You know,
course
if
they
you
will.
think those memories are going to be staying in a house, you know, that's not going to be the case, right? You know, you carry your emotional load wherever you go. So that's yours to carry and process. But the house is bricks and mortar with a value, and then it has a utility, right? It has what, 4 bedrooms, 3 bedrooms,
3.
your study. How many bedrooms do you intend to sleep in?
I think maybe 5 for each part of my personality. Well, no, obviously
You
only
need
one.
about 8 or 10.
Yeah. No, but so the house, I know it's just bricks and mortar, but the bricks and mortar and the wallpaper or the paint or the bedroom have so many memories. Like they'll always be there. And sometimes when I walk in or I wake up or I'm seeing those memories replay in my mind. And part of me enjoys that. And then part of me doesn't. This is the really weird thing.
Would you like me to share some?
You got to take those memories with you, right? Like they're your emotional connection to your marriage, to your kids growing up. You know, like look, us selling our house, like it's the longest time we've ever lived in a house. We lived in
Yeah,
a
you
house
were only there
9
3
years.
weeks.
9 years, 8 years maybe.
Okay.
And we're driving to the airport on Saturday. Beatrice dropped me to the airport, and she said to me, you know, I'm gonna find this really hard emotionally when we have to leave this house because, you know, this is where Luca has grown up, his formative years. So much of us attached to this house. And I said to her, yeah, there is, but equally, the us is going to go and live in another house. Luke is going to come and stay with us in that other house. He's an adult now. He's getting on with his own life, just like Holly and Alex are. And I think we can, you know, as much as I feel that too, okay, I will feel some level of loss when I leave that house. But the opportunity for change and new adventure far outweighs that. And you know, I'm not going to lose my emotional connection to my memories because thankfully I haven't developed dementia yet. I mean, you're only a few years off the age that our father developed it. So
Who's talking?
maybe you need to hold on to things more physically. I
Who's
don't know.
Just because our father developed dementia at a certain time doesn't necessarily mean that I'm actually going to. Do you know, I honestly believe I'm going to outlive you. Lucy Kennedy actually calls me a cockroach. She reckons
Yeah, no,
I never get
agree.
sick.
I only said to somebody, I said to somebody the other day about your medical reports telling you how good your heart and kidneys are and liver. I mean, it's truly, you know, a modern phenomenon that you are healthy.
I don't think it's a modern phenomenon. Sorry, Terry wanted to, in the midst of me making all these things and decisions, Terry wanted to share a little story, was it?
Just on houses for selling, selling your family home.
Yeah.
I bought my family home that my parents used to own, where I grew up, where I was raised. So I had all my memories from there, and they sold it to my auntie, and I bought it back off my auntie, and then I've just sold it in the last year as well. But out of all that time going back, and what Justin reflected on is, I haven't forgotten anything about growing up in that house or anything that happened in that house or how it was, but I don't have, just because the house isn't part of me anymore, it doesn't mean it's everything that happened there has left me, and it still stays.
Terry, you're not a retiree, you know, at a certain age that might not remember everything. So it's slightly different.
But the yeah, good gag. But the no. People in my situation might get this. So there's certain times you walk into a room and you're triggered because you would.
You're trying to think, what am I doing in here? Whose house is this?
No, you would walk into that room all the time, and there would be somebody there, and now they're not.
Right.
So you're triggered by that. Like in the morning when I come out of the shower and the ensuite and into the bedroom, I get triggered every morning now because somebody that was always there for 30 years isn't there now. I'm just wondering if I walk out of a new ensuite just for the property agents, I do need an ensuite.
Yes.
If I do walk out of a new ensuite and there's a different bed, will I be triggered as much?
Depends who's in the bed.
Well, there's nobody in the bed, Terry.
Maybe his lesbian lover.
Lesbian lover. Linda the lesbian lover.
Linda.
Okay, if you're not going to take this serious, I'm not paying for this counselling service.
Sorry,
Yeah, I don't know.
I'm just still with a vision of you coming out of the shower as the mechanism how we measure the trauma attached to this moment. But I think look,
That's your trauma, not mine.
yes, it certainly would be. I can assure you of that. But I certainly think that there are emotional things that unquestionably trigger us, right? I'm flying to Malaga on Wednesday, and every time I land at Malaga airport, I remember landing in that airport and then knowing that we lost our son in Malaga. So that once I go through the little baggage collection area, boom, it comes back, right?
Yeah.
But it's
you're finding your emotional baggage there, really, aren't you?
Ooh. You, counsellor. But like, I don't know. It's taken like now with 14 years. It's less. So like you're a year into it. It's raw, right? You're just coming to your year. It's raw. But I think the whole purpose of change is about the opportunity for you, right? The opportunity for growth, like emotional growth, but also, there's a financial benefit in terms of what you're doing as well, right? You don't need to have, a big house and all of those staff. I mean, they can all go, right?
Yeah.
And plus, you can get staff cheaper in like Spain or Malta as well. So
Exactly. Yeah, exactly. Much cheaper. And then
How am I going to
also,
tell them? Like Gary the gardener is just such a great guy.
yeah, but he still lives under the
Gary the
bush.
gardener, Linda the lesbian. I mean,
Linda
where are
the
they all going to go?
Yeah. But yeah, I know. But maybe I shouldn't be making this decision so soon.
Sorry, soon. I mean, look, I spent 3 years doing a master's in psychology, right? We say to people after trauma, don't make decisions quickly, right? Like 4 or 5 months afterwards, you're starting to be okay. It's a year, right? Get over yourself now.
Jesus.
It's not soon. Right.
Well, where do you practice? In hell?
Yeah, no. I mean, I was disparaged for my lack of compassion.
Your lack of empathy. Yeah.
His empty
but
seat just references his empty heart.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've just checked inside my empty heart and there's nothing there. But the point is, your own children want you to move on.
Or just want me to leave.
Right? So they're the only ones who you should be taking into account.
Yeah. Well, Alex is fine. He's not living there anymore. And Holly, obviously, of an age, she's in and out a lot, Yeah, she'd be actually quite excited about moving.
Exactly, right? Exactly. So the only person who you're making this indecision and holding back is you, right?
I think
Because you want to feel miserable every time you get out of the shower.
I want to feel what when I get out of the shower? Sorry, missed that last bit.
Miserable every time you get out of the shower.
Sorry, Terry, what were you saying there?
I thought you would feel actually quite invigorated if you sold. I think it would.
I thought you were talking about the shower.
I think it would serve you quite well. I think it would. You're quite you love new things. You remind me of me because you come from the media industry, so you like creative sides of stuff. So if you sell your house, you then have a creative outlet to do something with the money that comes in from that. You then have a freedom need that you didn't have before. You will thrive in it instead of sitting in this sort of half 50-50 wallow of should I make a decision?
Don't do the voice. Please don't do the voice.
Sorry. What do you think, Justin?
Don't you do the voice.
He's reading them. I can see him here. He's reading an email from work at the moment.
Of course he is. Yeah,
Look,
yeah.
Even the audience know he's reading an email. They can tell that he's on screen.
I wasn't reading an email. It was a moment of reflection.
Oh, yeah.
I
was
do.
You two were just floating around with your indecision. I thought I'd leave you to it for a minute or two.
I do think
look,
that if I don't do it, I will do it eventually, and I've lost all that time before doing it. If you know what I mean.
Yes, I agree.
Because
exactly, and also the point I've said to you as well is right. The market's hot right now. Not hot next year. So, and I can tell you, it isn't bloody hot at the moment because it's hard to sell our house right now. It's slow.
Yeah.
And there's pain in a lot of property markets around the world. Like a lot of big property markets have slowed down massively. So, what are you waiting for?
Can we do next week's podcast from my house?
That's a good idea. And then
To sell your
sale,
house. Can we do it from my house first? Because mine.
It says
If
first,
anybody
yeah.
wants to live in Greystones, reach out to me.
Yeah. And then anyone that wants to live in leafy Blackrock, South County, Dublin.
I would think your house would sell quicker than Justin's for your location.
Yeah, well, they're two good locations.
Yeah,
you know?
but you have to want to move out of the city. I think people that want to live city, your area is really has that sort of.
Hold on a second here, Terry. My area is the second most desirable postcode in Ireland. All right.
Oh, sorry. Sorry.
Greystones Marina Village. If anybody wants a nice 3-story house with a beautiful back garden.
Yeah, his internet keeps dropping out.
He's clicking in and out.
Yeah.
Just at the big selling point of your house, you dropped.
Your sales pitch went to zero.
Yeah.
Damn. I've recorded it locally though, so I can send it to you.
All I heard was, it's got a really back garden. Yeah.
Beautiful views over the marina in a fantastic location. 3-story townhouse. Lots of space, 215 square meters.
Yeah.
Beautifully decorated. A fine house.
Okay. So are you reading off the brochure?
No, I am the brochure.
You are the brochure, yeah. Okay, well, that's all very interesting.
So we solved that, right? Sell your house.
Is that the end of the episode?
Well, yeah, I don't know. I'm indecisive now.
Well, we can always choose to end it and then move on to the next Sunday episode.
Sorry, on Sunday as well. Do we need to give away those other 2 toasters?
We could pick another winner. Yes. Has the previous winner got in touch with you yet? Has she come on?
No, where was her contact point?
She was to contact us through Instagram.
Yeah, on Not So Christian Brothers.
Yes.
Okay. No, she hasn't come back.
Okay. All right.
We should give them.
Have you actually read any of the messages though?
Well, it's not just me. We are Not So Christian Brothers. Okay, I'll have a look at my Instagram.
I think she was messaging on the private messages.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Okay, we'll have a look at that, and we have the other toasters to give away. Yeah. Okay. All right. So that was Not So Christian Brothers, wasn't it?
I think so. that our property show.
Well, and counselling as well.
And counselling slightly.
God, everything was in there. Okay, that's a good one. Please like and subscribe and give us all the ticks, and do give us some mentions. And if you want to talk to us at all, send us some messages in. Anything else to say from Malta?
No, but just thanks for being here. Thanks for being decisive, and thanks for moving forward.
Thanks for making the decision to watch. Yeah.